Hi, my name is Jason and welcome to Freshi Games. Freshi Games is a brand new addition to the Freshi family that allows students to create, design, develop, and distribute their own original 2D games. Now let's jump in and take a look. Now, utilizing the software platform Multimedia Fusion 2, you're able to design your games in two different aspects. That's in the frame editing and the event editing. Now, the frame editing is everything that you see. Frame editing involves all the images, all the pictures, any animations, any movies that you add. That all goes right into the frame. The event editing is actually what works on the back end. That's the actual programming of your game. Now, the great thing about this program is that you don't have to know a lot of programming knowledge or C++ or all the different math codes that go into creating a professional video game. All you have to know is logic, because this program utilizes what's called logic-based source coding. Now let me give you an example of what I mean. Now I'm going to start in my frame. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add an object. Just like in a professional game, this indicates where my object is going to be on the screen. Now, let's say I have an image I want to import in, or maybe a cool graphic or animation, I can do that. Another great thing is if I don't have any of that, I can use the paint tools and draw something original right into the program. Let's say I want to have this little ball here bounce around the screen. Well, the first thing I want to do is apply it some movement properties. Down here in the left-hand corner, all of my properties for any of my objects in my game are immediately displayed when I click on them. Here I'm going to change the movement to bouncing ball. Now, if I run my game, notice something that's different. See how my ball just flew right out of the frame? Well, that's because I haven't programmed it in my game to stay inside yet. Now let's use some of that logic-based source coding and keep that ball inside the frame. I'm going to jump over to my event editor, and I'm going to give what's called test positions. These positions indicate the exteriors of my frame. Now once I labeled all of the different exteriors of my frame, it gives me this statement: if the ball leaves the play area. Well, if my ball starts to leave the play area, I want it to stay inside, so I'm going to have it bounce back in. Right there is a logic statement. If this ball leaves the play area, then it's going to bounce back in. As you can see, the ball stays inside the play area. Now that's just a very basic example of the type of programming you can do. But as you can see, it's a very logical statement. I didn't have to type out a long mathematical expression in order to tell the ball where to bounce or where to go. I was able to just use basic logic and program an action into the game. Now that's just the beginning with Freshi Games. Like all of our programs, Freshi Games teaches you about the entire process of video game design. So you'll start with the paper game, also creating conceptual art for your characters, for your backgrounds, creating the entire world that your game takes place in, including the story. Also, when the game is finished, we talk about how to export your game, distribute it, copyright it, and send it out to friends and family so they can take part in playing your game as well. There are a couple different levels to Freshi Games. The first is Level 1, which introduces you to all the basics of creating a game from start to finish. Level 2 actually goes into the more advanced programming features and allows the students to create all sorts of different types of games. First-person shooters, fighting games, multi-frame adventure games, utilizing the knowledge that they already learned in Level 1. So that's Freshi Games. So if you're looking to develop, design, and distribute your own 2D games, Freshi Games is where it's at. My name is Jason. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to playing your games soon.